What is up, everyone? It's Daniel from Masked Hero Gaming here. Welcome back to another video. Today, I am doing my first Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile in a long time. It is my competitive pure Shadoll deck profile. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Starting off, we play 3 copies of Shadoll Wendy and 2 copies of Shadoll Squamata. Personally, I believe that if you're playing 3 of one, you don't need 3 of the other. Like, if you're playing 3 Squamata, you can play 2 Wendy. Personally, I prefer 3 Wendy and 2 Squamata. I just find it to be the perfect ratio. Wendy, she special summons Shadolls from the deck when she's either flip summoned or sent to the graveyard. And Squamata, he destroys monsters and he sends monsters from the graveyard. 2 Hedgehog. He adds a Shadoll spell and trap, and he adds a monster when sent to grave. Shadoll Beast, he's draw power, and draw power is important. Shadoll Dragon, he is destruction. Falco, he special summons a monster from the grave when flipped, and special summons himself from grave when sent to the graveyard. Ariel, she banishes when sent and special summons from banished when flipped. Chaos, he's not really needed. You can take him out. I'm just playing him because he's one of our light targets for El Shadoll Construct. So that's why I'm playing him. You can take him out if you want to. 3 Mathematicians. Obviously, Mathematician gets your Shadolls to the graveyard. So that's pretty... Then I play the Predaplant Engine, gets you access to your fusion spells, including Super Poly, because we are playing Super Poly in this deck. So, and the last engine I play is the Performage Engine. And if I were... And now, I wouldn't change any of the ratios here. Maybe a second Hat Tricker, but other than that, none of the other ratios would change, really. And then the last monster is 2 Ash, our hand trap. Because, I mean, it's Ash. Why wouldn't you play it? 3 Shadoll Fusions. Basically your polymerization for Shadolls. And when your opponent controls a monster special summoned from the extra deck, it sends Shadolls from the... It sends monsters from the grave as well, so... I mean, from the deck. Sorry, from the deck, yeah. Why did I say from the grave? So, El Shadoll Fusion, I'm only playing 1 of this because you really only need 1, maybe 2 at the most. If you wanted to play 2, you could take out the Neff Shadoll Fusion because I feel like it's not really needed, but it can come in handy. Maybe side it. So, then the last fusion card, 3 Super Poly, obviously. It's Super Poly. Why wouldn't you play it? And then, more draw power in Allure of Darkness, since we are playing mostly dark monsters. And then 2 Twin Twisters. Here's because, again, back row destruction. Moving on to the extra deck. We are playing 2 El Shadoll Construct and 2 El Shadoll Winda. Obviously, you choose either one for either play. Going first, summon Winda. Going second, summon Construct. But together, they make an unstoppable pair. And, yeah. 1 Op Cologne. You only really need 1 of this card. No more, no less, no more. Just 1. Shekanaga is negation and destruction. For our Super Poly targets, we have Starving Venom, Dragostapelia, Mud Dragon of the Swamp, and a lot of people are going to question me on this, but Invoked Mechaba. The reason is he can be a Super Poly target. Your opponent has an Alistair on the field, and you have a Super Poly face down. And activate the Super Poly, and you have a light monster on the field like Trick Clown. Flip up the Super Poly, activate it, target the Alistair and your light monster like Trick Clown. Send them both to the graveyard. Special summon the Mechaba. So that's my reasoning behind it. For Link monsters, I'm playing Shadoll Construct. Cross Sheep. I don't have a Cross Sheep. I want to get one for the deck though. But for right now, I'm just proxying it. So Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus, and Borolo Dragon. And Link monsters are always up to personal preference, but these are my personal preferences. So yeah, they're now moving on to the side deck. 3 DD Crow. Oh, obviously he banishes from the graveyard. 2 Effect Veilers. Just negates monster effects. 2 Radiant the multi-dimensional Kaiju, because, I mean, Kaijus are important. Especially since they can get over Dragoon, and they can get over a lot of things. And what I mean by they can get over Dragoon is basically, they can tribute Dragoon to summon them. Yeah, they could just get rid of the Dragoon. And then the Artifact Engine, Lancia, and Scythe. I just like the Artifact Engine. I think it's neat. And then the third Ash, 3rd Twin Twisters. And then just because I didn't know what to put in for the last 2 cards, I'm just playing the Resh Shadoll Incarnations. Because I feel like they aren't really needed in the main deck. They're more of a side deck option to me. But again, side deck is always up to personal preference. You can play whatever you want in the side deck. So, but this is just my personal preference. But anyway, that was the deck profile. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. And if you want to see more deck profiles as well as other gaming content. And not just Yu-Gi-Oh! Be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications. That way you never miss a video. And see you next time.